That's death.
Yeah, that guy wouldn't be moving.
I feel like that's probably a good example of all of the physics that are going to happen in this movie. So let's bring on Codex.
Cut, Fred, check the gate, moving on.
Hello.
So, the Polar Express. This movie is interesting because this was kind of the first nail in the coffin, so to speak, of Robert Zemeckis. The final one is, of course, Mars Needs Moms, which is one of the worst movies that has ever been made. It's really bad. But I think one thing that I kind of would very much like to do today before we get started is actually read through the book that this is based off of. Okay. It's extremely short, but I haven't read this book in a long time.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, Polar Express, written and illustrated by Chris Van Allsburg. On Christmas Eve, many years ago, I lay quietly in my bed. I did not rustle the sheets. I breathed slowly and silently. I was listening for a sound a friend had told me I'd never hear, the ringing bells of Santa's sleigh. There is no Santa, my friend had insisted, but I knew he was wrong. Late that night, I did hear sounds, but not of ringing bells. From outside came the sounds of hissing steam and squeaking metal. I looked through my window and saw a train standing perfectly still in front of my house. It was wrapped in an apron of steam. Snowflakes fell lightly around it. A conductor stood at the open door of one of the cars. He took a pocket watch from his vest, then looked up at my window. I put on my slippers and robe. I tiptoed out the door, downstairs and out the door. All aboard! The conductor cried out. I ran up to him. Well, are you coming? Where? I asked. Why, to the North Pole, of course, was his answer. This is the Polar Express. I took his outstretched hand and he pulled me aboard. Do you want to read the next couple of pages?
The train was filled with other children, all in their pajamas and nightgowns. We sang Christmas carols and ate
candies.
Candies, sorry. It's a bit hard on my screen, to be fair. There we go. Can you just zoom in a bit further, please? Thank you. Candies with
nougat
of what? Nougat Santa's as white as snow. We drank hot cocoa as thick and rich as melted chocolate bars. Outside, the lights of towns and villages flickered into the distance as the Polar Express raced northwards. Soon there was no more light to be seen. We traveled through cold, dark forests where lay wolves roaring and white-tailed rabbits hiding from our train as it thundered through the quiet wilderness. You want to take this one, shall I?
I'll do it. We climbed mountains so high it seemed as if we would scrape the moon. But the Polar Express never slowed down. Faster and faster we ran along, rolling over peaks and through valleys like a car on a roller coaster. This really does have some really evocative artwork, even if it is kind of
Yeah,
simple.
indeed, yeah. Quite so.
The mountains turned into hills, and the hills to snow-covered plains. We crossed a barren desert of ice, the great polar ice cap. The lights appear in the distance. They seemed like the lights of a strange ocean liner sailing on a frozen sea. There, said the conductor, is the North Pole. See some neat artwork here. The North Pole,
Okay.
It was a huge city standing alone at the top of the world, filled with factories where every Christmas toy was made. First we saw no elves. They are gathering at the center of the city, the conductor told us. That is where Santa will give the first gift of Christmas. Who receives the first gift? We all asked. The conductor answered, he will choose one of you. You want to take the next one?
Yeah, I'll try. Look, shouted him. Look, shouted one of the children. The elves! Outside. Outside we saw hundreds of elves. As the train drew closer to the center of the North Pole, we slowed to a crawl. So crowded were the streets of Santa's helpers. When the Polar Express could go no further, we stopped it, and the conductor let us out. We pressed through the crowd. We pressed through the crowd to the edge of the lot. Sorry. We pressed.
There we go.
Thank you. We pressed through the crowd to the edge of the large open circle. In the front of us stood Santa's sleigh. The reindeers were excited. They pranced and prattled, ringing their silver shingling bell. Yes, sorry. Case, ringing their silver shingling bells as they hung from their harness. It was magical. It was a magical sound, like nothing I ever heard before. Across the circle, the elves moved apart, and Santa Claus appeared. The elves cheered wildly. He marched towards us and pointed to me, said, I'm sorry about this. Let's have this fellow right here. He jumped on his sleigh. The conductor handed me up to him. As I sat on Santa's knee, he asked me, now, what would you like for Christmas?
I'll do the next one.
Yeah. I'm bad at narration.
You're fine.
Yeah.
It's just you. It's pretty blurry. Mine's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal. I knew I could have any gift I could imagine. But the thing I wanted most for Christmas was not inside Santa's giant bag. What I wanted more than anything was one silver bell from Santa's sleigh. And I asked, Santa smiled. Then he gave me a big hug and told an elf to cut a bell from a reindeer's harness. The elf tossed it up to Santa. He stood holding the bell high above him and called out, the first gift of Christmas. The clock struck midnight as the elves roared their approval. Santa handed the bell to me and I put it in my bathrobe pocket. The conductor helped me down from the sleigh. Santa shouted out the reindeers' names and cracked his whip. His team charged forward and climbed into the air. Santa circled once above us and disappeared into the dark, cold polar sky. As we were back inside the Polar Express, the other children had to see the bell. I reached into my pocket, but the only thing I felt was the hole. I had lost the silver bell from Santa's sleigh. Let's hurry outside and look for it. one of the children said, but the train gave a sudden lurch and started moving. We were on our way home. It broke my heart to lose the bell. When the train reached my house, I sadly left the other children. I stood in my doorway and waved goodbye. The conductor said something from the moving train, but I couldn't hear him. What? I yelled out. He cupped his hands around his mouth. Merry Christmas! He shouted. The Polar Express let out a long blast from his whistle and sped away. On Christmas morning, my little sister Sarah and I opened our presents. When I looked as if everything had been unwrapped, found one last small box beneath the tree. It had my name on it. Inside was the silver bell. There was a note. Found this on the seat of my sleigh. Fix that hole in your pocket. Signed, Mr. C. I shook the bell. It made the most beautiful sound my sister and I had ever heard. But my mother said, "Oh, that's too bad." "Yes," said my father. "It's broken." When I had shaken the bell, my parents had not heard a sound. At one time, most of my friends could hear the bell, but as years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even Sarah found one Christmas that she could no longer hear its sweet sound. Even as though I've grown old, the bell still rings as loud for me as it does for all who truly believe.
Short, sweet, and to the point. God damn it, Roger.
My favorite part of the Polar Express is when Tom Hanks said it's stopping time, then hanged out her railway. There were no. All right. Well, we've ruined the mood with one thing. Let's further ruin the mood with an Uncanny Valley City, the movie.
Yeah, I won't
Let's
lie.
see.
The motion capture
is so bad. It looks really bad.
Yeah.
I've seen only bits and pieces of this film, but that freaking bug-eyed, creepy little geeky kid is the stuff nightmares are made of. Like just from the still images.
Let's refrain. It's Mandar, okay? Oh.
Alrighty. Well.
Oh boy.
So I'm just like, now let's see how they stretch this very, very, very small book where it's only 15 pages of material into a 1.5 hour movie.
Yep. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see. I know that they add a lot of action to this movie.
I know Tom Hanks is in this. Like, he's in this. It's not hard to make it out.
Alrighty. Let's see. So, the Polar Express. Okay. Might have a slight problem.
Yeah. You talk shit about the Uncanny Valley, Don. Ah, there we go. That's the thing, though. The music's really good in this. I don't lie about that.
Oh, definitely. I like this music already.
Yeah.
Okay, even those eyes are really creepy. It's less bad when they move, but when they are still, it's really, really creepy. It is, admittedly, it is not nearly as bad as, say, Mars Needs Mom. Mars Needs Moms is way, way more hideous looking than this. Like,
yeah,
Jamie Lee
it's way
Curtis
worse than this. I won't lie, but
yeah, Mars Needs Moms is so ugly. Like, just the aliens in it are so ugly, and the people look so awful.
Now, to be fair, a lot of this isn't. Now, to be fair, a lot of this is in shadow. To be fair, so it does mask some of the uncanniness, I suppose. But yeah, it's not. It is a bit distracting. Won't lie.
Hello,
everyone.
Noble.
Hello.
Hi. It's the Christmas. Well, it's almost Christmas. Might as well turn over a new leaf and put our differences aside, so we can enjoy a nice little wholesome moment.
Have you
Hello.
actually dropped? Have your balls dropped this morning? Hello, Raptor.
Yeah. we do some trolling.
I was just saying, have your balls dropped, Noble? Finally.
Raptor, you got the link for the movie?
Did you post that in the YouTube live chat?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, I'll click on it.
It's also in
That's in the private chat, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's both.
Makes sense.
Okay, this is kind of interesting. He's doing a lot of research, so I guess this is part of the inevitable padding that must happen.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I kind of like the grit. I still, even though I know it's kind of a bad movie, I still like the Jim Carrey Grinch quite a bit.
There are some good things about it, to be fair, and it is. So go on.
I personally thought it was a bit too obnoxious for my take, but that's fair enough.
It's still there's still like it. He's definitely Jim Carreying all over the place.
Yeah.
Actually, ironically enough, it actually is more accurate to the actual source material. Actually, funny enough.
Or he's just a little chaotic gremlin.
Yeah.
Admittedly,
the Benedict Cumberbatch one is worse. That one's way worse. That one's actually just boring.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard any positive or negative things about it. It was just one of the more bland films of, just one of the most bland films ever created.
Yeah. And it all starts to shaking.
Yeah, I was actually really young when I saw the teaser trailer for this film. Because
I watched the trailer.
Yeah, with certain DVDs, they would have little pieces of trailers. There's trailers for upcoming films, and I think it was a DVD for like a Pixar film. I think that included that teaser trailer. So,
Mhm.
and I was horrified when I first watched it. Like, what is happening? Is an earthquake coming? Like,
No, Thomas the Tank Engine's older brother, apparently.
I would
yeah, it's the
definitely,
dank engine.
I would definitely say though a lot of the images from this are definitely taken straight out of the book. Like that's the cover brought to life.
Yeah. And also, every single character in this film is mocapped by Tom Hanks.
Every character.
Every character.
Yeah. I believe so, yes. Even the boy, actually. If memory serves.
No kids, stranger danger. Don't go on.
Danger.
But it's Tom Hanks.
So
It's an imposter.
oh my,
Skinwalker.
yeah.
Oh my god, it's Woody.
Yeah. So guys, I did a little bit of research into screen adaptations of the Christmas Carol just because I was thinking about it. And apparently there are
Yeah.
I don't like that. I'm not I think the trailer did it a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a little bit creepy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, kid, leave.
So, did you guys know that there is a Christmas Carol
Yeah, that's-
Mega Man video game?
What?
I
What's
kid
Mega
you
Man
not.
gonna confess about?
Yep.
Okay. What does Mega Man have to confess?
Basically,
What,
Mega
him
Man
being at
gets
the
his
Street
Christmas.
Fighters half the time?
So essentially, well, that was a pointless delay.
Yeah, like what prompted him to change his mind?
I don't know. But basically, the summary of the video game is this Mega Man fan game. Mega Man gets his Christmas present stolen by an evil Santa Claus. Now he must fight 4 robot masters based on the 4 ghosts from A Christmas Carol. And then the sequel, Mega Man, Proto Man, and Bass fight against 5 more robot masters based on A Christmas Carol characters.
Oh no, it's the demon.
Huh.
Yeah, that kid can go screw himself. That kid is so
Mandark.
awful looking.
It's what Noble looked like when he was in like 5th grade.
Okay, for those on stream,
Oh.
What?
For those who are watching it via stream, I clicked
What?
forward to the right point, and
Oh no, it's Mandark. No.
look.
Oh no.
Oh. Yeah, that's
That looks so awful.
Okay, truth be told. Yeah, it's bad. Okay, truth be told,
honestly,
when you hear Mandark's voice actor, do you not just hear Mandark all the time?
Also, the model for the young African American. Oh, it's hideous! Everything's so hideous. This whole thing's hideous.
It's like watching food fight.
No, okay. I don't think it's that
food
bad,
fights.
but
This is pretty weird looking, but it's not as bad as Food Fight. This actually
Yeah, I
looks
know.
like it's been a
I was-
budget.
I was being hyperbolic, but it
yeah,
still
I know, but
gives you a very
still.
unpleasant experience either way.
Yeah.
That's decent foreshadowing.
Yeah.
But I think there was a more efficient way of doing that. Like,
B L.
it means they're a loser.
Man, they're so
Oh,
creepy.
stay away, Manhart. No, leave me alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Also, and also on the list of Christmas Carol, adaptations, there's a thing called The Passions of Carol, starring Mary Stewart as Carol Scrooge and a guy named Mark Stevens as Marley. It's apparently a pornographic adaptation of the play.
Oh. Well then.
I was like, okay, interesting.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm not going to question that. Yeah, okay. See, that's fine right there, but it's just with the close-up shots. It's just... Ooh.
Okay, when they...
Oh, you speak. Well, that's your fault, kid.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
So is this before Dex's laboratory or after Dex's laboratory? Rigor conscience.
Definitely after.
Yeah.
Why is the emergency brake in the passenger cabinet?
Yeah, it looks fine on the conductor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
kids...
I think the pores help in a way.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like the pores aren't visible on any of the kids. No, this scene.
Huh.
And this is the point where...
No, I don't remember this in the book.
Yeah, Hank, you're not a singer, mate. Jesus Christ.
Padding...
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh god.
this is in 2000. Wow, this film is. Wow. Wow. So this film is almost 20 years old.
No, it came out in 2004.
Yep.
Oh. Thank you. Noble, very cool. I like how this nerd is like the closest thing this film has to an antagonist.
Well, it's Mad Dog after all.
Why?
That's a massive.
That's very
It's a lot of
convoluted.
contrarians,
Why?
yeah.
Yeah. Why wasn't it
Yeah.
punched earlier? No. Why are you trying to take it to her? She can just return to her seat.
And the padding in
Yeah.
this movie.
Oh, idiot.
Put it in your teeth.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, that happened.
There's a lot of padding. This is even more almost as padded as the frickin' Grinch.
Yeah. This kind of reminds me of the Hobbit films in a way.
I'd say that the visuals are decent. Yeah.
Not just the padding, but just the physics behind certain action scenes as well. Like everything is just so conveniently orchestrated that it takes you out of the moment.
Why are we following? Why are we following the path of this?
Maybe it's supposed to represent how Santa is a part of nature.
I don't know.
I think it's just padding.
Okay, whites. Oh, hi, Tom Hanks.
Okay, for Pete's sake. That was freaking pointless.
It's very contrived too. How the hell?
It's actively harming itself.
Why did you do
If narrative was, yeah.
Oh,
Line delivery. No.
Would you believe Tom Hanks did the motion capture for the kid? Like the main kid?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
The ticket is right effing there.
God damn.
She's gonna die of hypothermia. Like how Santa invented. Oh, you idiot kid.
The level of
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
like-
this he loses it again.
okay, I haven't even seen this movie, and I
What did you do
predicted.
before?
Yeah, she's dead.
Oh, the motion capture's so bad.
Tom Hanks is about to kill this kid.
That was such a pointless interlude.
Also, you should put the ticket in your mouth again, kid. What are you doing?
Do you realize how freaking cold that kid would be? Like, why
He
is
would
this-
die. Even Tom Hanks's character would die. Like they probably have an anaphylactic reaction because of how cold it is.
This bit is something.
Well, there's going to be a murder on the Orient Express, won't there?
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's where the hot chocolate comes from. Oh.
I have so many. Oh, that face. Okay, that face.
Yeah.
Why are you having this conversation with this person who has no idea what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Like you're actively making things worse by staying here. Oh, I guess he's just gonna forget about the girl.
Yeah, it's oil. Jesus Christ.
He's also washing his socks in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hideous.
Yeah. Good thing a sparring scenario, geesh.
What if Santa Claus is an analogy for flat Earth?
Mm. Oof.
He's probably gone by now. You wasted a lot of time.
Mm.
Because you're about to be one kid.
You best start believing in ghost stories, Mr. Hero Kid. You're in one.
He turns
Actually,
into a
funny thing about
skeleton.
this, there's actually a deleted scene. Actually, there's a funny scene where it does go into a little bit of his backstory. Actually, it's actually quite horrifying. Actually, so Dan, is this you? When Wheel of Time season 1 came out?
I was in denial for the first 4 episodes, and then I
Any magic has skis?
What was the point of this? I was like, if you're gonna come up with filler, come up with actually intelligent filler. This is so dumb.
I guess he only exists to present the thematic, the philosophical conflict of whether or not you believe or don't believe in something that's as fantastical as Santa. But it could have been interwoven a
Yeah.
lot more naturally. I think there's a more efficient way of doing this.
Yeah.
Why not just go inside the interiors and get to the front of the train that way? It seems awfully dangerous for no reason.
Very unnecessary too.
They're risking their own lives just for so that one other kid can legally be on this train.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand where your priorities lie.
Mm.
And I get you're a kid and all, but I think you'd be way too scared to do any of this.
Oh my god.
No, they're gonna die.
Oh.
Well, at least we know that our protagonist is schizophrenic.
Clearly.
Oh.
I would. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
This whole thing is freaking pointless. This film is such false stakes.
Man, maybe I was right earlier on. Maybe Tom Hanks did just say, it's Tommy time, and hanked over the railway.
Maybe.
So who are these people? I know they're engineers, but they haven't established themselves as characters.
Ah.
Death, is that you?
I actually kind of don't like this movie. I don't think that even me as a kid would have liked this movie.
Yeah, when I watched this from the first time, I was not impressed.
Yeah, I think I
And
was
that was
about
when I was like
9.
11.
Yeah, I was about 8 when this film came out.
I think it was about. What was 2005, maybe?
This
Uh,
Yeah, well, time to pull out the AK-47.
God damn, I know Ginger don't have souls, but this is ridiculous.
This is very uncomfortable.
This is super freaking weird.
This film is a case in point study as to why filler conflict bad.
This
Yeah.
this whole thing is false conflict, the movie.
Yeah, like none of the characters really learn anything from them, nor do we understand anything else about them.
This is a series of stupid vignettes, none of which make any sense whatsoever or progress anything.
It's artificially created
At least the music's good.
problems that have artificially created solutions.
I'm kind of interested to see the NC review of this film to see if he actually brings up some good points.
Also, why are you guys outside?
Yeah, why?
It is
You
probably cold enough to freeze every single extremity off of your body.
Oh, of course.
Oh, for the...
Oh. Dude, Spam and Bulk and Skull were better characters than this.
Tom Hanks, what are you doing? Why aren't you guys outside? Inside.
You know, this would make a very good roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Actually, it's shaped like a roller coaster.
Also, who
And it just
commissioned the
floats.
civil?
That's freaking ridiculous. And he
Yeah.
catches it in his freaking teeth. Oh my gosh.
The pen will kill him. Watch.
Well,
And he swallows it for Pete's sake.
he's gonna choke to death on it.
wait, what? Oh, yeah.
Oh, this
Yeah, I
scene.
remember. I remember this.
Yeah, this scene.
Gas,
And then it
gas.
goes. That's
Step
an
on the
impressive
gas.
trajectory. Just the
Yeah.
artificial stakes in this movie, my gosh.
That kid will be traumatized.
Yeah, all these kids will have PTSD from this adventure.
And it just. So I guess he is a freaking ghost.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my. So,
Yeah.
No, he had a scare the whole time.
No, he just uses his freaking hairpin.
Oh,
Freaking ridiculous.
which essentially functioned as a spare. Anyways, so
Yep.
also, who commissioned the civil engineering team to construct the railway like this?
I have no idea. I know Michael
It's like
Bay.
they
I don't
want-
know.
It's like they want everybody on this train to die. Yeah, those wheels are not going anywhere, bud.
They
Yeah,
have
that's not how that
no
works.
traction. You can't drive this thing. Like, we're putting admittedly way too much thought into a really ridiculous
love this
kids
film,
movie,
Doug.
but this is just so dumb. How do they not die every time?
I forgot how insane this film was.
Yeah, this film is freaking nuts.
And it contributes to nothing, which is the best part.
It's a whole lot of sound
I
and
know,
fury
it's
signifying
amazing.
nothing but crap.
Oh no, not Louis.
Not Richie.
Hang out King Louis the 16th. Why didn't you tell her that? You just forgot.
Well, thanks, Tom Hanks. Even the wrong advice.
This is so dumb.
This plays out like
Oh,
a video game.
God.
Oh,
The only thing that I can think of that might be, you know what? I kind of want to watch the Nazi Nutcracker movie, though. Have either of you guys heard of that?
I don't
Oh,
think
that.
so, no.
Basically, it's
I've
got
heard
John
of it, yeah.
Turturro as a Nazi rat king with some of the worst CGI I've ever seen.
Sounds like a good time.
Okay, let's put in perspective. It made the Barbie adaptation somehow presentable. Let's put it that way.
Oh, dang. Well done.
Yeah.
Wow, we are 30 minutes in?
There's still an hour.
Yeah, there's still an hour of movie. That face.
What?
Oh, like quarks.
Or Grumpkins and Snarks.
Or protons and neutrons and electrons. The 118 elements of the periodic table.
That is freaking creepy. The face on screen.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is.
How's that Toy
This is very
Story?
fluffy.
How is it that Toy Story had a better? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at that. What kid wants that toy? That is freaking nasty.
No, what
Maybe
every toy
Valerian did?
deserves love. Every toy deserves love. Let's not discriminate.
They aren't people, they don't vote. I don't care.
Well,
Oh,
Apparently this guy does.
uh,
I don't remember this.
And speaking of Christmas Carol, a shocking twist,
Yeah,
this is a
Scrooge-
Muppet adaptation.
Yeah, Scrooge is off his meds.
oh, this
Oh,
is
you don't
actually
believe in flat Earth. Get him.
funny that they would eventually use that design in the Christmas Carol adaptation they did, which is an okay one.
I'll be right back.
Was all an optical illusion, just like the globe.
And the fact that you were skidding like nobody's business.
No, I'm surprised that kid survived. I guess his father went out to get some milk. Oh, you know this song?
I guess it's going back to the musical thing, but oh, the movement of the face is so bad.
Yeah.
It is so plasticky.
He looks creepy.
It is so freaking creepy.
Maybe the reason why Spando wears red is because he's a Soviet Union supporter.
There's still
So when this
52
Disney
minutes left.
Yeah, so when this become a Disney film.
Okay, well, let's. I kind of want to compare this
That
to
was
the
pretty
Grinch.
piss poor singing, guys. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, so my question is, why does the Grinch work and this doesn't? Since this,
I think it's because we actually care about the characters in the Grinch, compared to here where we're just disturbed by the characters.
also, it's funny.
There's
Like the Grinch is
little
actually a
narrative
funny at
dissonance.
points. Sorry, what?
Mhm. There's some little narrative dissonance where,
Yeah, it's a little bit funny. Yeah, I can agree.
yeah, where the film is not actually presenting to, is not as emotionally evocative as the audience it thinks it is.
Yeah, like little. There are some subtle stuff though in the Grinch, like, oh look, honey, our baby's here.
Uh,
He looks just like your boss.
uh,
Like that is funny because it's subtle and clever.
mhm.
I'm lagging out.
Also, this bridge is
Yeah,
reminding
it's a
me of
little
Roman Aquifer.
Mm.
Halfway through.
Uh, apparently Codex died.
Oh
Yes, he
no.
did. Yes, he did, Trip. Yes, he did.
Tom Hanks killed him. The elves are immigrants. They're easily offended. Choose your words wisely. Oh god. So many redcoats. It looks like they're about to burn down the White House. Yeah, get right, kid.
The level of padding going on.
Oh.
Yes, this is majorly, but there's something freakishly
Where the hell-
fascinating about it. Yeah, I concur.
What's that?
Oh, is Codex back?
Yep, he just barely came back.
He survived Tom Hanks' failed assassination attempt.
Clearly.
Jesus Christ.
He kind of looks like Haley Joel Osment. And he died.
Oh no.
And it detaches. What is up with this?
Yeah, this is what happens when you don't have a main antagonist, but you want your film to be full of conflict. You make your characters instantly do stupid things that get them into conflict.
I ain't drinking your sock water, you jackass.
Look, he wants them to die so he has company. That's why he says, "Do you believe in ghosts?"
Indeed.
And now they have to. The padding.
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 Padding. Well, you
Paddington.
see, Dunn, this is all part of my master plan, you see.
I haven't even watched friggin' Paddington. I've heard that it's like a good kids movie, but I'm not even remotely interested in it because I just don't have any interest in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched the first Paddington film. It is really good.
I just don't like cutesy kid crap like that.
It's fair enough.
Yeah.
It does have some pretty good lines in it, though.
I imagine it does. I don't even know if this is necessarily to make the film seem complex or have a conflict. It's just like, let's just think of ways to artificially inflate the length of this thing so that we can fit feature length.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It doesn't,
Yeah.
like, very rarely does it showcase any new aspect of our characters so that we can empathize with them, nor does it really progress the plot. They're more like obstacles that need to be there because it's a feature film, but at the same time, they don't result in anything substantive, so it comes off as kind of dull. Like, none of these conflicts have really challenged.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
none of
pretty
these.
much resolved as quickly as they come up.
Yeah, like none of these conflicts have really challenged this kid's belief on Santa or not. Like, they're just random challenges that are overcome by nonsensical external circumstances that nobody could have predicted. Or that nobody should really.
There's still 45 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
Yep. But you see, Dunn, this is my revenge for the duel.
Yeah, this is
My revenge is worse.
This is Kodak's revenge for being forced to watch Meg May Fish. He's the one that made this film. Oh no, that's us.
Why is there physical human pictures in this? That's freaking lazy. Come on.
Well, not only that, the fact that they're constantly monitoring like these random children while they sleep, that's a security breach right there. Like,
yeah, okay.
It brings a whole new and creepy meaning to he sees you when you're sleeping.
He sees you when you're sleeping.
He knows when
no.
you're awake.
Oh.
And the CIA should be involved with this. Or maybe they're partly orchestrated too.
Why does the elf have a pirate hat?
I don't know if that's actually better animated than the actual animation here.
Oh my. The setup.
Were they
Yeah.
paid?
Endangered servitude.
Hmm.
If our main protagonist didn't accidentally step on that gear shift that loosened the cabinet, then none of this would be happening.
Yeah.
It's just lazy writing
Yeah, it's incredibly freaking lazy.
because of how absurdly convenient it is. And also, I guess nobody saw them enter that.
This is basically just a giant roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. What's that movement?
Hmm.
Yeah, that movie was freaking weird.
It's like they're trying to hold in their urine as they're running.
No shit.
No. Oh, how convenient.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
there we
is
go.
That is
great.
absurdly
Well,
convenient.
The level of contrivance involved for that is absurd.
Yeah. It
That
just so
is-
happened that the one present that our main cast found just so happened to be addressed to one of the cast members.
It's kind of funny that in most that Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory is strangely enough the primary reference for every single Santa's Workshop thing. Have you noticed that?
Hmm.
Yeah. It's
I'm pretty sure
overly
this is actually a really good
bombastic.
layout for Santa's Workshop.
Yeah, the architecture and logistics is just so overly bombastic. It's just absurd for the sake of being absurd.
Yeah, I would concur.
It's a box of Legos.
It's a bomb. From Ted Kaczynski
And now they
himself.
get taken to the frickin'.
When
Now
when
you
does it
get
become
taken right to the
Thunderbirds over
store.
7?
There's still 36 minutes left?
Man, I just thought of a plot twist that would make this film great. You know what it would be?
That's a horror film?
No. That Santa Claus is
The
Ted
origins of
Kaczynski,
Heisenberg?
and all the presents are bombs.
Oh,
Is who?
And Santa Claus is Ted Kaczynski, and all the presents are bombs.
I don't know who Ted Kaczynski is.
Wait, what?
I can't
He was
remember.
the
Oh, that.
He-
Oh, I just know him as the Unabomber. I forgot his name.
Oh,
I did. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I watched a whole thing about the Unabomber.
yeah, the University airline bomber.
Oh yes, when you keep
Oh.
checking.
do you mean the Lockerbie bomber?
What's that too?
Do you mean
The
Lockerbie
plot
Raptor?
twist that he's the Unabomber or something else? I'm curious. The
Yeah, this looks like Gotham. It's like the green fumes.
also the scale of this is very impressive, I must say.
Yeah.
But it's just that the artificial and that you didn't know the name. I knew the name. Oh, this. Yeah, I just forgot his name. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just didn't know. Forgot the name Ted Kaczynski.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I knew the name the Unabomber, but I just forgot that his name was Ted Kaczynski.
Yep, well, not cleared up.
Oh, this bit. What? Why is
Man,
this?
dark.
Why is he here?
How did he sneak away?
Well, I just forgot the name because I watched the Manhunter season on the Unabomber, but I just forgot the name of I forgot his name along with all of the other names.
Mm.
They're freaking toy balloons.
Apparently,
Either way,
so.
I think all of us can safely say that this film would be greatly improved if Ted Kaczynski was Santa.
Oh gosh, that looks hideous.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
know who else we want to kill?
Look who's British. A bit more altitude, please.
Well, I think this is supposed to be London. I mean, this reminds me of Market Garden.
Justify when you don't know something. It's not that I didn't know it; it's just that I couldn't remember it. Because I have watched Manhunter, the Manhunter season on it, but I just don't remember. I don't remember a lot of the characters from any of the procedurals. I can describe them, like the poor overweight security guard who was originally thought to be behind the fairground explosions.
Oh,
Then he triples down. Yeah, I'm definitely going to triple down. I'm going to quadruple down if need be.
He should have died.
Oh, that's so.
how the hell did they get up there?
Mountain climbing?
Surprised the bag didn't tore up in that case.
Oh, that's actually kind of funny. I love that his clock just has 4 times. That's hilarious.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's actually clever.
Another conflict that didn't mean anything.
American fiction, that might be interesting. I wouldn't
With that
trust
voice,
that
hell
thing.
no.
Yeah.
An little gremlin.
I'm gonna watch Gremlins actually. That's actually a good one. Good dark humor.
Yeah,
What about Gremlins
I do
2?
need to watch Gremlins. I've never seen it. I just know what happens in it.
Hmm.
Yeah, same here. I heard Gremlins 2 was utterly absurd in the best way possible.
Yeah. This kind of seems like cruel and unusual punishment for the reindeer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It seems like animal abuse. Peter would not approve of this, but then again, he would approve of other horrific crimes, so
Well, PETA is just a bunch of psychos anyway.
yeah.
Part.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, sorry, you had to kill your dog because we thought it was a stray.
Oh no, the boy's deaf. Oh no. No, I'm deaf.
It's, I guess, kind of interesting that he goes on an arc, but that's kind of the point, is that
Can you
he
call it
doesn't
that?
have an arc. Oh, that still image. Take a look at that screen on
Maybe maybe Santa Claus isn't Ted Kaczynski, but maybe he's somebody a little worse.
It's kind of creative that they don't show him in full, I suppose.
We probably will.
Not yet, yeah.
Oh yeah, there he is. Good old Satan Claus.
Santa, Satan. You rearrange the letters?
But you're
That's what
telling
you
the
get.
kids, the smaller kids. How are you not seeing him?
Well,
Why shouldn't
so
the kids be up front? Like, like the elves know what Santa looks like. They work for him.
so have you guys actually seen
Maybe it's just your eye.
Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas? Because that's actually something they do as a comparison. Santa, Satan, and then Kirk Cameron goes on an insane story about the Nicene Creed and how Saint Nicholas stood up to power.
Oh,
Hmm.
It's freaking ridiculous.
no. Speaking of ridiculous, and when everything happens for a reason, Santa Claus was that reason.
Clearly.
Hmm.
Santa Claus orchestrated this whole film.
Well, that's not bad.
And at last he hears it because he has gone on his arc.
The only good scene in the film.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
It's not bad.
It needed more build up though, and that's what a lot of those previous conflicts should have been working towards instead of it just being random nonsense. Like it was established with that ghost guy a bit earlier, but it needed more weight to it. Like we didn't really explain why he didn't initially believe in Santa, nor did any of the previous conflicts really teach him to believe in Santa. So oh God, I just realized maybe this is a young Ben Shapiro. I want the first gift. I want the first gift for Israel.
Oh, Christ. Christ. Oh.
Oh, that's so creepy and weird. It's parts of the teeth. Oh gosh, that looks. There's so much creepiness here.
Would you believe that Tom Hanks also did Santa Claus as well for the mocap?
He pretty much did the 3 adult characters in this.
And the boy as well, yeah.
Boy. Yeah,
My
Tom
question
Hanks was
is-
probably paid a ton for this film because he did most of the work for it.
Yeah.
My question is, how are they going to extend this for another... How long are the credits? Okay, so
I think
it's
the
another
credits will
15
be.
minutes before the end.
Yeah, I think the credits are going to be pretty long because of the CGI artists.
No, just
Yeah.
10 minutes. That's not very long. That's shorter than the average Marvel movie. Most Marvel movies are about 15.
Oh, okay. Well, then again, Marvel movies do have more CGI than this, and a help larger cast of characters and
Mm-hmm.
so on. Man, he just whispered something very xenophobic, didn't he?
And he does pick a bell, as he does in the book.
And he will probably lose it, like he almost lost his friend's ticket because he's an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got the name for Sam, but did we get the name for anybody else?
Nope.
Nope.
Even
Wow.
in the IMDb cast, it's just hero boy, hero girl.
Yep.
Yeah, lovely.
So no.
Oh, I thought
Yep.
he
You
was
can
going
see
to
where this is
put
going.
it. Yeah.
That's kind of clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cartoonish in a fun way. not a too absurd way.
Yeah,
It's more subtle than the rest of the quote-unquote humor. Oh, those poor reindeer. All of them are suffering. All 8 of them.
Hmm.
Imagine Santa crashes into a nearby building. Allah Akbar.
Oh, Christ.
Santa, no.
Ugh.
But it's September. Christmas is 3 months away.
Hmm.
Even
Even though there's a nightmare.
No, well, Santa died.
And so he died. The end.
Reduced to atoms. Every one of those faces was very concerning. Yeah, the elves can unionize now.
Now comes the weirdest part of the film.
Wait, what?
Well,
Wait, the
here comes the weirdest part.
weirdest is yet to come. Oh no!
Oh, what? Oh, God! Oh, God.
You know what? Maybe the elves shouldn't unionize.
That is disgusting. It's disgusting. Oh, the
The elves are a disgusting race that deserves to be purged.
purge. Please let us purge. Which reminds me, we should probably watch the Purge movies sometime.
Oh, Christ.
Every crime is now legal for the next 24 hours.
You don't know how to read, Mandark. Shut up.
Learn not with books, but with experience. Well, first I thought that's a depression. Like, what the?
Oh, Christ.
No.
No.
No. No.
Are you sure
You're
about
gonna
that?
kill us
Jeez.
all. You're insane.
Oh.
Death. No.
Oh, God. That's the origin for Kamala Harris.
Oh no. Man, a lot of travesties occurred on this day, huh?
Hmm.
But Master, I can't read. That's nice.
Well, that's decent foreshadowing, though.
Yeah. Although I wonder why his pocket has a hole in it to begin with, but meh, I guess it's fine.
Yeah,
So it actually got ripped at the very beginning of the film.
Oh, it did? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
notice that. Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch that at the very beginning of the film, so
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry.
It's not as convenient / contrived as everything else in the movie, but I can totally understand why this film is kind of lost goodwill, I guess you could say.
yeah.
Hmm.
Got to the point where we're cynical over every action this film takes because
Yeah, sorry. Go
we
ahead.
lost all goodwill on it.
Yeah, it's kind of just that, dude, you had so many ticks in the bad column that it's just the couple little bits of good are...
Overshadowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get Red Kid. For some reason, that imagery just reminds me of when the White House burned down back in the War of 1812. Just a bunch of redcoats nearby a very flaming object.
Okay.
Codex, remember the good old days when us Canadians and you Brits burned down the White House? Those were good times.
Dirty Yanks.
Hmm.
Yanks,
Yeah, probably.
us dirty Yanks won.
Well, overall, the War of 1812 was indecisive, so...
Well, that's a stereotype, then. You know me.
Dirty redcoats. Filthy Canadians.
Yeah, America was paranoid for Russia for quite a while, but they should have been more wary of another red-related country.
Hmm. Well, here's the thing, though. We may have been Cockney bastards half the time, but at least the Canadians had more balls than the Americans did in World War II.
Dang!
That's quick.
Preach, Codex, preach.
Well, it's true.
It is true. Yeah, don't mess with Canadians during war. We're kind of on the outside, but the inside we're like little maple leaf demons.
I imagine that your wives think very similarly.
Actually, but the funny thing, the Kiwis have more balls than you do, Dun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the
Really?
New Zealanders anyway, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. I just heard an
There's nothing like
ecclesiastical
the...
mission to Kansas.
Mhm.
Kansas, in the middle of the Bible Belt, where most people hate LDS people, and stuck it up for 2 years.
Oof.
I put up with Southern Baptists, meth addicts, weed, and the back end of Topeka.
Dang, that's quite a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you got
Nazi
me there,
Germany
Trip,
said the
yeah.
same thing. Yeah, Nazi Germany said the same thing. Doesn't matter where they're going. What matters is to get on.
Afternoon, Chelsea.
Hi, Chelsea.
Hello. Also, what is this conductor like this kid? He almost destroyed his reputation.
And then there's
Hello,
Ghost
Polar Express.
Guy.
Yeah,
And he's
Polar
gone.
Express made manifest.
Maybe this kid's Joe Biden.
Don't insult that kid like that.
Joe Biden.
Oh, he met Camilla
The
Harris.
The ghost of Christmas past. I'm more of an ice cream guy myself.
Damn it.
Good old Joe Biden. Well, this kid's sister got a name, but he didn't. Kid, you have the worst luck. Especially because you're very clumsy. Those are not words, sweetheart.
Well, I'll give her credit. She's about, what, 6, give or take?
Yeah, I know. I'm just joking. I'm just cosplaying as what the guy would say.
I know.
Cast it to the fire where it belongs. Mr. C stands for Claudius, Roman Emperor.
Wait for what?
It's Christmas. Well, I guess late for breakfast.
Or maybe there's a family outing or something.
Maybe, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, it only rings if you believe in flat Earth.
And it does end on the last bit of artwork from the book. So, yeah, I would. Oh, Arthur Christmas. I actually legit would like to watch that movie because I've heard it's really funny.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it's good.
Codex. So, yeah. Did you miss the end of the film?
No, I saw it. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
just the credits at that point.
So,
Hmm.
okay, so we've been. So, what do you guys think? I would definitely say that this is not a very good movie. Like, this is a lot of major problems throughout.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed. Like, if it was a short film, then that would have been a lot better.
Yeah, like if it was, say, in the style of the cartoons from the Seuss cartoons,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, mm-hmm.
but they stretch it out with way too many action scenes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one element I did like is the theme of, to believe or to not believe in Santa, or that childlike wonder. It's something that should have been elaborated on a lot more in the film. A lot of the conflict should have geared towards either giving our protagonist more reason to believe in Santa or not to believe in Santa. Like, you have, like, say, like someone who's like a starch doubter of Santa Claus that would be in the fray, or coupled with, say, like someone who blindly believes in Santa. That would have been a very interesting dynamic. But unfortunately, that's not what we get with these cast of characters. They're just bland. Yeah, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it should have been much shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just the inflation and the whole stupid thing with the ticket. That was so dumb. That was, like, absolutely absurd. I was just rolling my eyes throughout the whole thing. I was just like, what is the point of this bullcrap?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested now to see what Doug Walker. So, Doug Walker did a video a few years ago on this. At least I believe that it was. Let me see, when did this come out exactly? So, this came out 2 years ago. So let's kind of see what. I'm interested to see what he said, because sometimes he comes up with interesting
Hello, I'm the
takes.
nostalgia critic.
His
guy.
takes on
Remember
all
aboard! What's going on?
You do want to see Santa Christ, don't you?
Santa Christ, you kidding? No. I guess well, look, the Polar Express.
Okay, we're skipping
A
the
lot of
script.
people have mixed feelings about the Polar Express.
You're not going to let your curiosity get the best of you.
Oh, wait, get the hell out of here.
Well, luckily I slipped the editor a 50, so...
How does it even work? I edited only one other person on the train.
So the bearded one.
Huh.
Just sit
Oh
back
my
and enjoy
God!
the enchanted journey of... Well, we're here.
Place inside of me is filling up. I simply cannot get enough.
Yeah. Let's get a picture. Play some whimsical music.
Alright, so what was the point of this? Am I facing you?
Doesn't matter. Off you go. Well, what do you expect? Our source material is a picture book. Pay at the front desk.
Remember this enchanted night.
It was 3 minutes.
I clocked it at 2.
I guess when you think about it, adapting a picture book isn't exactly the easiest thing. As much as I mock movies that do it poorly with dog-ass kissing mom genocide or dirty hose, it is difficult to take a short story for little kids and out to 90 minutes. That's one of the reasons I think films like Where the Wild Things Are, Hugo, and Paddington I pretty much consider flawless masterpieces. Because
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that those are kind of the 3 that are good. Everything else is pretty bad.
I haven't seen Where the Wild Things Are, but it's
I've
always
heard good
fascinated me.
things. I've heard some good things about it.
Because not only did they expand on these incredibly
I've seen a
short
little
stories,
bit, I
but they
can't
stayed
remember
true
what.
to the vision and themes of them.
Pass it to Bill!
Oh. Nope.
You do you.
Oh,
Like that
Wow.
is cringe, but it's hilarious.
Noble
Raptor
found his
decided
imposter.
to Raptor decided to pull a game of identity theft.
Yes. I stole your identity, Noble. Think of it as an early
Maybe
Christmas
that's why,
present.
despite its flaws, I have grown a soft spot for Robert Zemeckis' Polar Express.
Okay. Present your
Though
findings.
now a staple for many around Christmas time, I was both surprised yet
Quite charming, I would say.
confused about it getting mixed reviews from critics.
Oh,
The
it
short of
deserves a
is,
much
they were
lower rating
distracted
than
by the
that.
uncanny valley of the motion capture animation and felt it was too forcefully trying to become a Christmas classic. I don't disagree, but what the film gets right, especially when compared to other picture book adaptations, I think is worth giving high praise. I remember
No,
growing
it
up with the story
doesn't.
and really appreciated the film tried to
No.
entertain people the same way the source material did, rather than shove whatever slang, pop cultural references, or far blunt humor will be dated in a week. That seems to be less and less with kids' book adaptations, and I really think this film should be applauded for it. But yes,
No.
there are clearly things that don't work. Yet, to the film's credit, they are interesting things that don't work. Whether you get into it or you don't, people love to discuss this movie. Like they enjoy figuring out exactly what it is that makes them enjoy it enough, or what it is that turns them off just enough. I'll admit I'm one of those people that loves talking about it, and that's what I'm gonna do today. So if you're ready to discuss what doesn't quite look right, I said
Oh,
quite, not painfully.
Maybe I should use some different CG makeup. Better?
Leave. This is the Polar Express.
Yeah, I
First
agree
off,
with
I
you,
want to give
Noble.
this movie credit for having the balls to actually be rated G. I know it sounds weird, but nowadays and even back then, studios thought a film had to be PG or higher for people to see it. So they'll add an occasional swear word or sometimes nothing at all to get it that PG rating. This film has more scary imagery than Inside Out, but it doesn't think your kids are pussies. I should also point out this movie was originally supposed to have Tom Hanks as all the roles. He does have a lot of them, but Zemeckis saw he was getting exhausted and
Wait,
scaled it
what?
down to
Oh,
motion
yeah,
capturing for only 5, including the main kid and the conductor. I will say, since they didn't go all the way with him playing all the characters, I think they should have just kept him as the conductor. The idea of a one-man show with CG animation I do find fascinating, especially in a story that teases this could all be a dream. But when it's not all him, you do notice
Yeah,
the
it is.
Hankisms more when compared to the characters that are played by other actors. I mean, the idea of getting other actors is to work off different energy of other performances, bringing in something new and fresh. But when half of them are the same person, you get a little too used to the same expressions and reactions. Even the designs look the same. Every character he plays has that tick-style chin, weird eyeliner eyes, and train whistle lips. This isn't makeup, it's animation. You can make him look however you want. Make him look however you want! With that said, I think he does do pretty good. Though Josh Hutcherson does the main character's voice, they work pretty well
he
off each
did?
other to make this kid, named Hero Boy, by the way. What, did you just watch Gordy?
Oh, wow.
Seem like a believable onlooker who has a lot of doubt. It's like Big if Hanks and his best friend played the same role in a PS3 game.
So,
And to hold everyone's presents, his sled would have to be bigger than an ocean liner.
And yeah, I guess I should talk about the animation, as for many, it is the most distracting part. I personally think it looks great for 2004. There's no question it's trying to go beyond what it's capable of
Yes,
doing
we
at the
will
time. And yes,
have
they
to
maybe
qualify this.
should have waited 10 more years or so before trying this. But when you realize this came out the same year as Scooby-Doo 2, Van Helsing, and Garfield, you may
Van
cut it a little.
Helsing is fun, you jackass.
Oh no.
yeah.
I will stand by that. Van Helsing is a fun film.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
We're comparing it to his review to the movie we just watched. We understand, but we're interested to see what he is saying. He's not as entertaining like Maggie Mayfish. Sometimes he is entertaining in how wrong he is.
Yeah, like he was extremely forgiving of Star Wars: Lost Jedi.
Yeah, really, really forgiving.
A little more slack. Ironically, the film looks better when it's trying to capture the surreal look and feel of the book rather than the realism of human textures and movement they focus so hard on. The characters don't need to look real, they just need to feel real. And a clever stylized look can accomplish that. If it looked too real, I'd be questioning why the camera can
they
go
came out
through
about the same
glass paper or
time,
whatever
actually,
this is. I think the film shines more when it tries more weird stuff like that. Hero Boy is starting to have doubts about Santa, but suddenly a mysterious train appears outside. I reckon we have a 50-50 chance at this.
All aboard!
Damn it. Sorry, even in a cartoon, I can't take Hanks's cartoon accent seriously. Every second I'm expecting him to go,
knock, knock. Go fuck yourself.
He says because of the kid's doubt, he's taking him to see Santa along with a bunch of other children.
Yay, we're being kidnapped!
He discovers a girl named, how's this for original, Hero Girl. These sound like temp names for a Robert Rodriguez kids movie. And I swear the animation direction for her was, hey Frank, remember when Jack Nicholson played the Joker? Can you little black girl that? You know what, I should be thankful if Hanks was going to play all the parts. This could have been a lot worse. Whoops, did I say she was the freakiest looking character?
Do you know what kind of train this is? It's a Baldwin 284 S3 class Berkshire type steam locomotive. Yes, I can read your thoughts, and I am smarter than you.
Can cross that off the list. There's something I love about this moment. Hero Boy looks at a store animatronic and is like, "Aw, that's not the real Santa. I thought they captured him and displayed him out front like a zoo. You're a weird kid."
We're heading for the other side of the tracks.
I take it back. You're perfectly normal. You're the butthole cut of cats.
Well, you're coming?
They drop by another kid's house who doesn't get on. But when he changes his mind, almost forming an expression, Hero Boy stops the train.
Who in the applied that brake?
He explains he did it to let the kid on so the conductor calms down. Next, they serve the kids hot chocolate, just so every train ride themed after this movie can have some kid shouting, "Why are they flipping and doing somersaults like in the film where everybody looks like Superman's upper lip?"
Oh, it's for him.
Hero Girl tries to sneak hot chocolate to the kid in the back, but in doing so, she loses her ticket. It Forrest Gump feathers out the window, and it should be mentioned this film was clearly shot for 3D and IMAX, and to its credit, it looked really good in 3D and IMAX. A lot of movies during that time looked like the 3D was added last minute, but this one not only looked like a lot of time was spent on it, but they went out of their way to make this a spectacle movie. Even if it's not as impressive on the small screen, the colors and backgrounds are still jaw-dropping, leading to some imaginative and beautiful landscapes, which is what CG really shined in at the time. In a
Yeah, but it
strange way,
contributed to
the only thing distract from
nothing.
The beauty of the Polar Express is what happens on the Polar Express.
She didn't lose her ticket. I did. You can have my ticket.
These are not transferable.
One of the pros and
Maybe
cons
it's
to
still
Hanks
not
as the
okay, not
conductor
a
is it always looks like he's about to
technology
shank someone in a
demonstration.
scene. No, it's nothing that crazy. They just climb to the top of the train to make their way to the front. What the fuck?
Hey! I found your ticket!
Now, I guess it's possible this is the shadow of the homeless man he discovers on top. If so, why did he take her to the back, and where the fuck did they go? Did they forget there was an inside of the train they were inside of? And by God, how do so many animated characters survive the cold wearing the equivalent of a bath towel?
Very good
Would you
question.
like to hear about movies? They're all the best I've ever seen in my life.
Is there something I can do for you?
Tom Hanks also plays the hobo, who's hands down my favorite character. We don't know exactly what he is, but they hint at him either being an angel or a ghost. Though this environment is already otherworldly, there's something even more otherworldly about him. That image alone of him making a fire on top of the train is pretty damn awesome.
Hey, would you like some Joe?
Nothing
Hey,
like
what's
caffeine
that?
to bring on hyperthermia faster.
We're saving that
I
for
understand.
another time. I don't think that I will
king
watch
of
it
this
for
train.
a
Yeah,
while.
the king.
Even when he moves awkwardly, there is kind of an excuse because he's a spirit. He would move a little different. With that said, even when he's imitating an animatronic Santa, it somehow still looks more awkward and fake than the actual animatronic Santa.
My question is...
Screw the fireplace. This is what you should loop on your TV around Christmas time. A lot of the film is discussing doubt and faith.
Why do you like
Not necessarily in God or a religion, but really about anything important. I do like it isn't just a bland follow your dreams message as much as sometimes it's hard to know
The
what to believe.
execution
There's
is
going to be a lot of
terrible,
trial and error.
though.
Yeah, and it's really difficult to decipher what the message even was in the first place. Like, well, does Santa represent like childhood wonder and to never give that up, or like it's a bit too vague.
Yeah.
Like they're saying, there are good times where you need to be skeptical.
I want to believe, but
You don't want to be bamboozled, conned, or duped, hoodwinked. You don't want to be taken for a ride, railroaded.
I used to watch cable news too. I know the feeling. Even the
Yeah.
message of seeing is believing is almost contradicted
Agreed.
with the most real things are the ones we can't see.
Seeing is believing.
The most real things in the world are the things we can't see.
There are layers to the message they're getting across. Not
Uh,
tons,
yeah,
but
it's
it's
pretty
like
good.
Fred Mert's cake. They're all in there.
We gotta jump them knuckles.
They have to get to the front of the
This
train
seems a
before
bit
the
more
tunnel hits, so he
contradictory
uses a
than
pair of
intentional,
ghost
though.
skis. I don't know, to get down there. Oh, come on, you call that filler? Jim Carrey would have had his head in a woman's breast by this point. That's how you filler.
All right, what'd you say, Raptor? I don't think I got it.
I said that the film seems a bit more contradictory as opposed to it being more intentional in terms of its messaging. It doesn't really commit and doesn't really interweave set of components organically. That's what I said.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, this person said one thing, oh, another person said another thing, and then the film kind of abandons that.
Yeah, Booby Joe. Yeah, I would concur with that. That's they don't need to be there. I would actually concur with that.
Yeah, I agree, Noble.
Yeah. Yeah, even though I do find The Grinch incredibly enjoyable, mostly because I like Jim Carrey's method of humor, I still think I can still admit, though, it's pretty bad. It's not a good movie. Like, there are a lot of problems.
Yeah, I imagine it's also not suitable for a younger age demographic.
Actually,
It's not suitable for anybody.
Oh, it's fair enough.
In a
well,
lot
Roger
of
Rabbit did
ways.
well.
Yes, I agree, Noble.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not appropriate. Oh, Martha. Oh, Martha. Like that. It's like the rest of the film's funny, but it's just like
Because he literally fills her. I just realized that.
you? I thought you got thrown off it.
He gets to the front and discovers Hero Girl, but the train starts speeding out of control.
What about this red one? It looks like a brake. No, he said this was the brake. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Are you sure it isn't the lever that says blatant character arc? The train continues to speed on the world's unsafest track, and it pretty much becomes a VR roller coaster.
Yeah, that's alright.
We're dropping faster than a presidential approval rating! Slips onto the ice, and again, this can all be seen as filler, but it is a lot of fun. What more character do I need from these people?
No. I disagree. I very much disagree.
Yeah, I agree too. I disagree. I mean,
You agree with me, you disagree with him.
yeah.
Well, I got it. Go ahead and give me the stuff that CG is best at. Action and attempts to destroy Disney. Once they literally get back on track, all the children inside are presumed dead, and the conductor talks about a strange time when someone saved him from falling over.
Someone saved you?
Or something.
An angel.
Maybe.
Nah, that's bullshit. Now let's go see Santa Claus.
Mind your steps now.
They're brought into a car that's filled with all sorts of forgotten toys.
What are they doing here?
It's a new concept the boss came up with.
He calls it torture. Wait till you see what he has in mind for the one based on me.
Avatarisms.
Speaking of which, I think this puppet is giving someone a Woody.
I would actually say this movie
I
is
know
somewhat
you are.
better than Avatar. At least this one has a plot. It doesn't have a good
scary
plot,
words in that 'cause
but
they
it
have
has
Jim
a
Carrey.
plot.
Oh, that was something. No, that's the ad break.
Now, get groceries and other essentials. That's
Nice.
code but it's meant and the
Or-
code too.
Oh my goodness, this ad.
So, we're about 45 minutes in. Why not suddenly make this a musical?
The best time of the year when everyone comes home.
Now, I know what you're thinking. What? They had that song earlier. But that was a show being put on for the kids on the train. Like I said, they even do that on these Polar Express themed rides. That doesn't make it a musical yet because that could qualify in a non-musical environment. This is the first time someone
kinda
is
looks like
singing
a
to express their
like,
thoughts, and
yeah,
it comes
kinda,
right
I
the hell
agree.
out of nowhere.
More
It'd
visually.
be like Bruce
Well, it
Wayne
just-
singing halfway through Batman Begins because they went to an opera earlier. It doesn't count, and it'd be distracting as fuck.
And all the dreams of children, once lost, will all be found.
If Hanks is in it, I'm just assuming you were looking for an Oscar already. It also doesn't help that it's not a very good song. It's not awful, but it's cheesy as hell and feels like they're trying to plant it as a song you'll sing with other Christmas carols. The best you'll get is children's recitals, and that's because kids kind of remember the notes when they fall asleep during this song.
Look! The Northern Lights!
Yeah.
Wow! We literally just saw reindeer and presents in the sky like God's Etch-a-Sketch. But this is the moment that impresses us, I guess. What's stranger than everyone singing 45 minutes into the movie? Everyone singing another song immediately after. Jesus, did I say the last one was a Christmas pageant song? This one, you can already see kids in conductor hats performing. And you know, for all that build-up, the North Pole's kind of boring.
Yeah.
It is neat
Yeah.
that it's based around the Pullman factory from Chicago. But I'm sorry, this is a lame-ass place to see Santa. It's so lifeless. This isn't where the elves
That's
work. This
actually
is
a
where
good-
they're imprisoned. Even the
That's
music
actually a
playing
good
makes me
point.
think there's going to
Yeah.
be a character from BioShock around the corner.
The industrial awful for
This kid
mankind.
on the pickup doesn't want to see
You're
Santa,
gonna
though. So
have to
Hero Boy and Hero Girl. Those names are so dumb.
Like
Try
the
to
Industrial
convince
Revolution and its
Christmas is such a
ramifications have been
wonderful,
awful
beautiful
for
time.
mankind.
It's a time for giving and
Yeah.
being thankful for friends and family.
And peer pressure. Christmas is about peer pressure. You saw what happened to Starbucks when they didn't change their cups. Hero Boy accidentally disconnects them because he wants to turn this into an Australian train PSA. And they end up inside one of the factories.
You put them on a check twice list for next year. All right, boys, let's shut it down. All right, that's it for this year. Come on.
Joe Pesci's finest performance. I'm shocked that this scene of them essentially going in a giant bank teller tube is also pretty forgettable. Say what you will, but the thrill ride portions of this movie were great. So riding in what every kid imagines riding in every time they visit the bank should be downright amazing. What do we get?
Yeah. It's about
It's like
five.
going down a McDonald's playground slide while watching 2001 on your phone. They accidentally end up in Santa's sack.
everybody.
And discover the geeky kid has followed them.
A very
Which-
good movie anyway.
How
It's
the
mostly
hell
empty.
did he do that without being seen? How could you miss anything about this kid?
I want to make sure I'm getting
Yeah.
everything on my list. All I found was one present.
Oh,
All I had was a bunch of stupid
that's
underwear.
so gross.
His mother not regretting hole and condom on your list. They get the bag to the town square, and
That's
yeah,
actually funny.
most of this is stuff in the movie you really could have cut. The bag is too low, so they get more altitude. The star is knocked over. Some elves save it. The kid doesn't trust the elf with his present. The elf does everything to convince him not to trust him with the present.
It's in good hands. Trust me. See, we make waffles every year for you just to destroy it. Why? Because we can.
Honestly, everything from when they
Redditor?
arrive to when they meet
Probably.
Santa could have been majorly trimmed or completely cut, and you still would have met the theatrical runtime and missed nothing. Apart from the Christmas story kid sounding more like a duck fucking a goose.
We got plenty of time. We got nothing but time. We got time to kill.
Imagine if Laffy Girl listened to a compilation of him instead of her laid-back music.
And then we were on what looked like a frozen lake, but I know it was just an optical illusion caused by moonlight and atmosphere. Because you can't put a train track.
When Santa finally arrives, Hero Boy is dismayed that he can't hear the beautiful sounds the sleigh bells make. He finally admits he believes and can suddenly hear them, just as one of the creepier Santa Clauses in film shows up.
Yeah.
You said.
I said,
agree.
you're terrifying!
Let's have this young fellow right here.
Santa picks Hero Boy to be the first child to be given a present, and the elves are hoping it's a wheelchair because I guess they think he can't walk.
What would you like for Christmas?
Oh, that won't be legal until... That will never be legal.
The first gift
Oh.
of Christmas!
Hero Boy asks for the sleigh bell, and no, I don't know why that needed to be whispered. He was just going to announce it anyway. And Santa finally rides off into the night.
That wasn't supposed to happen, folks.
Well, best get started on the funeral.
Why does his blood smell like candy canes?
It's funny. For as hard as Zemeckis tried to make this timeless, it's like he said, let me have one painfully dated thing in it. Even though this isn't a Weinstein production, I still feel like they stepped in for that joke.
This
The
joke
elves
went
all
on
dance
way
with
too
completely
long.
blank faces, but when Hero Boy gets to the train, he discovers the silver bell is gone, falling through a hole in his pocket. Ha! You should have asked for a new robe for Christmas, dumbass!
Gee, that's really too bad. Really?
If I could
Shut up,
clone
man,
you
Dark.
so I could repeatedly kill you, I wouldn't, because temporarily that would mean there'd be more than one of you, but I would think about it very closely. For hours. The children are dropped off back home where they'll wait for their presents to be delivered.
It doesn't matter where they're going. What matters is deciding to get on.
So remember, kids, when a
That's when
stranger
you're like-
asks you in the middle of the night to go with them to see Santa Claus, do it. You'll have no regrets whatsoever.
Wake up! Santa's been here! Santa's been here!
The next morning, Hero Boy opens all his gifts and sees a special one from Santa. It's a lump of coal. It says, "Thanks for dropping my bell, ass biscuit." No, it's the silver bell he dropped in the sleigh, but only the children seem to hear its beautiful sounds.
Broken. Huh. Sorry about that, sport.
Teacher says every time a bell rings, a 3D animator cries, looking back years later. And that was the Polar Express. Awkwardly flawed, but I do find myself warming up to it more and more. When it came out, I guess I was more critical of it, and yes, all the problems people point out are true. But after
bad
so many
movie,
lesser
though.
cheap adaptations of kids' films, I really do admire this one tried to pull as much from the book as possible.
Yeah, so
It
he's
was trying to
forgiving
be
of this
timeless,
film
innovative, and memorable.
because of
And for 2004,
because it's essentially just guilty by association due to the fact that a lot of other kids adaptation films are slightly worse than this. But since this one just does the bare minimum, he praises it like it's more than what it actually is.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got so many problems. Yeah, I just have so many problems with this freaking movie. But all our mediocre film, even mediocre films, yeah.
I think it did succeed. The errors are very obvious, though, in terms of the awkward facial expressions, which CG has gotten a lot better at. So if someone just can't get into it because of the uncomfortable faces, I understand. That's where you can get the majority of emotions from. For me, though, it isn't just the faces. It's the backgrounds, it's the themes, it's the atmosphere and environment. That speaks to me just as much. And while those two aren't perfect, I still leave feeling maybe not whimsically enchanted, but comfortably entertained. I still get that nice, snug feeling you associate with Christmas while watching it. Like someone made a really well thought out production of some sort of Christmas play, but it was done with weirdly carved marionette puppets. Yes, that's distracting, but you still feel the effort. It may not be a masterpiece, but whether you're a fan or not, it's definitely an experience either way.
Okay, critic, I tried less makeup. How's this look?
I don't know where you live, but move further away.
There's so many problems. Wow. Uh-huh. No prison. Yeah, he often does, yeah. He has a problem with that, actually. It's very frustrating.
Yeah, especially in recent times.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he did that with either Ahsoka or something else.
No, you liked Ahsoka?
I think. I can't remember. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I also unsubscribed from Channel Awesome a long time ago. And just
I've
thought
never
it was a
been
bit older.
subscribed. I just periodically check on it.
Yeah,
That's fair.
And sometimes I'll just be like, you know what? That's lame, but it's sometimes an interesting form of lame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even though Crimson Rogue arguably stole more from Channel Awesome style than Channel Awesome did with AVGN, I say Crimson Rogue does a better job at it because he places more attention on the writing as opposed to the skits and making jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a lot more, he's a lot more mature with his jokes too, and a lot more laid back. He's not too childish with them.
Yeah, like when he said, like, why must we commit this sin? Why must we offend and God?
Mm-hmm.
Like when, when he's talking about the Cat in the Hat, which admittedly, that's kind of the whole movie's a freaking sin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, Crimson Rogue is known for his YouTube channel. The Book Was Better. Well, his YouTube series, The Book Was Better, where he reviews the film and then goes through a brief overview of the book and compares both of them.
Mm-hmm.
He's more entertaining than Nostalgia Critic is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Highly.
Yeah, he's also a lot more relaxed and chill. He does have his own skits here and there, but they're very few and far between, and they're not that bad.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the Polar Express films.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very good.
Yeah, it's not. Arguably, the second half of the film got less ridiculous, but it did not make up for that awful first half.
Yeah, the first half was pretty bad.
So I need to create my army of clones. Oh. I wish you luck.
I wish you all the fortune in the world, my friend.
Yep.
Spread your seed.
Huh.
That should be a tad difficult since Trip supposedly emasculated him.
Yeah.
Supposedly. I mean, you keep digging yourself a hole, Noble, to be fair.
Oh, we shall see. All right. All right.
Thank
Well, I think we'll call it good for today. Adios.
Bye. Have a good night.
Merry Christmas.